start by introducing yourself. Tell me your name and tell me what organization you're with and your title.
My name is Angela Chan. I'm a staff attorney at the Asian Law Caucus in San Francisco.
Okay. Can you tell me why you're out here today and why you feel it's important for you to be out here?
For many reasons, I think it's important to be out here. For personal reasons, my parents are immigrants from southern China. They came in the late 1970s, and as a result of their immigration to the U.S., I was born here, and I have many family members who immigrated here. And I think our family has contributed a lot to the community. They owned a small business in Portland, Oregon, a Chinese restaurant, and served the community. And I myself now am a civil rights attorney in San Francisco, and I help immigrant families and youth, and it's really important what we do because it helps to make sure that the families who contribute and are part of our social fabric get the respect and the justice they deserve.
Can you give me a little bit of background information, like what's happening, why it's happening, and why now?
There's people gathering here today from all different backgrounds, all different communities, to support comprehensive immigration reform. For many, many years now, comprehensive immigration reform has been put off in Congress. The last big push was in 2006. This year, with President Obama in office, there was great hope amongst the immigrant rights community and amongst our various communities throughout the country that we would have comprehensive immigration reform. Unfortunately, that has yet to happen. And these groups out here are expressing their disappointment that comprehensive immigration reform has yet to pass and want to really take a big push to our federal officials that we want this done.
As a legal expert, can you maybe give me a little insight on, what needs to be done, or is it fair? There's a lot of challenges for the law. It's going through a lot of appeals. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
The immigrant rights advocates have spent a long time vetting comprehensive immigration reform and have thought of all the different measures that are important. And I think that there's several proposals already of a good CIR package, but Congress just has yet to have the political momentum to push it through. And the groups are out here today to make sure that our federal officials take a thorough look at the proposals that have been put forth and to really push for just immigration policy.
Do you have any insight on, what maybe legally, what can we challenge legally in terms of the law in Arizona?
Oh, we're talking about the Arizona law. Okay,
yeah.
So there's two issues. There's comprehensive immigration reform at the federal level, which would clear some of the backlog in people trying to come here legally. There's also in Arizona the issue of being very grossly anti-immigrant, xenophobic law, SB 1070, that was passed earlier this year, that was supposed to be implemented tomorrow. With the recent court decision today, at least half of the Arizona bill has been put on hold. And as the immigrant rights attorneys and scholars, they agreed that the decision today from the court was a very, very smart one. And we do encourage the court to take a look at the provisions they did not halt, and to make sure that they also think about those.
Can you maybe talk a little bit about what the provisions are?
Sure. Some of the provisions that are on hold on the SB 1070, the court decision that was issued today, include officers going above and beyond their qualifications and pretending like they are ICE officials. For example, checking the immigration status of every person that's ever been arrested. The court ruled today that is the duty of the federal government and not of local law enforcement, that's stepping into the boundaries of federal power.
Is that racial profile? Is that legally considered racial profile?
So the court today also made a really important point. They said part of the reason that's a problem is that you're infringing on the rights of legal residents. When you check every single person to see if they're adopted or not, you're also burdening legal residents. And so there is a racial profiling component to that.
Racial.
Excuse me, my sister.
Anything else that you want to add to that?
How do you think a black man feels?
It's okay. Take your time.
What was your question again?
That's as far as the legal component. Is there anything else you want to add to that I didn't ask about?
The questions you had about are my personal reasons were really good questions. So you had to give us another one.
Can I ask you this?
Sure.
A lot of people feel like immigration is like a Mexico issue, but do you know how Asian and other ethnicities are also part
Very
of it?
good question. That's a really good question. So the Asian Law Caucus, which has represented Asian immigrants since the 1970s, has seen thousands of cases of Asian immigrants, particularly low-income Asian immigrants, who've been harmed by our unjust immigration laws and who've been harmed by the stalling of comprehensive immigration reform at the federal level. Asian community members include Chinese, Pacific Islander, Filipino. There are many members of our community who hide in the shadows because they feel passed out, so they don't talk about it because they are deathly afraid. And they're the people who work in our restaurants, who work in hotels, who are our domestic care workers, our babysitters, and they're the people basically that our economy relies on. At the same time, they live in fear every single day of the police and of ICE officials. So that is the population that the Asian Law Caucus serves. And we understand the concerns that they experience, and we're out here today to push to make sure that they receive equal treatment.
That's it for me. Anything else you want to say at all?
I think that's it. Thank you for being out here, New American Media.
Thank you.
Okay. I hope that was helpful.